We are joined today by the general managers of 3 companies that are a part of the Amphenol Corporation. Amphenol consists of over 140 companies operating in about 40 countries across the globe. Yet, despite its massive size, the corporation has found a way to establish close relationships with its customers by having each company have complete control over its bottom line.
With Cabelcon, we have more than 40 years of experience serving the telecommunications and the broadband industries with products for coaxial networks. Cabelcon brand is unique, easy to install product. They have a long lifespan, and I think most importantly, because of our wide product range, we're actually able to serve most any need that the customer may have.
Yeah, well, as you said, so Sachsenkabel is a German-based company, so we've been serving telecommunications markets, data center markets, and industrial applications with very advanced fiber optic solutions. And our main customers are network operators, but also many installers. So we are really looking at the whole network infrastructure for fiber optic, especially in the field of fiber to the home. And in the recent years, we developed a broadband catalog, which is an online shop system, B2B online shop for our customers to even order pre-connectorized components configured to their needs.
Sure. Amphenol Broadband Solutions, or its legal entity, Time Fiber Communications, actually is more than 75 years old at this point. We're one of the earliest companies to be part of the Amphenol family, and we've been servicing the broadband community both in the United States and worldwide that whole time. It started out as a company called Times Wire and Cable in Times Square in New York City, was actually where it was founded. And from there, we've been able to develop a portfolio to service all broadband customers for whatever the product needs may be. And that's evolved from just basic cable and connectors to now offering them a full fiber optic platform. So as the times have changed, we've really morphed and continued to grow with our customers to service their every needs.
Well, I mean, the big advantage of Amphenol is we are a big family of many different companies, and we offer the whole set of different products from which the network operators, which the service providers need. And we can customize it by our experience, by the many different companies we are, especially to the needs of this customer. And apart from that, we are not only looking at the fiber to the home and the network infrastructure. The core competence of Amphenol is also sensors and antenna business. And bringing all that together, we set the basis for a reliant and very good infrastructure.
And as Michael said, we've been able to take what could be a complex organization by having many different companies, but by working together and collaborating as general managers, as business operations, we can try to make that process a lot more smooth for our customers. We bring a full array of products and give them a solution, not just a single product set. And it's working together with Michael, with Amy, that we can solve all of our customers' needs in one-stop shop.
Well, I think it's an integral part of how we are working. So the Amphenol culture is for us to be agile and be able to work together to have quick and smooth reactions to customer needs. And I think the One Amphenol is really a strong message of our culture and mission of how we want to go out there and help customers in every ways. Like Michael and Darrell said, we can quickly find references in other business areas, other industries. So I think we have a very strong approach compared to many others.
As Amy mentioned, agility is a very important factor for us when servicing our customers. And as part of that, one individual entity may not have the whole product set that a customer is looking for. So what we've tried to do is make sure we're aligning our customers' needs with our Amphenol products. And that means sister companies working together day in and day out to provide a full solution. And that's a little bit different thought process than a lot of companies have. Many times you're you try to hold it in that this is my customer, right? But we try to look at it as this Amphenol customer. And the more we can do to expand that portfolio within the customer, the better it is for Amphenol as a whole. So we've really tried to make that and break down those walls of company by company and make it an overall approach for our customer.
That it's important for us not to have one way of doing things. We're kind of always adapting to the customer and being flexible as to what we need.
Maybe let me also add one point. I mean, one thing we hear very often from our customers, from our customer space, is that we need customization. So individual products for our customers, and this is what we can provide because we have very good proven solutions from other markets, which we can access through Amphenol and our sister companies. And by collaborating, we can adapt it to the local market. And this is really a strength we have here. And we have several examples throughout the last years that this can be very, very successful and collaboration within Amphenol.
It is. It's a real hallmark of the Amphenol growth strategy is acquisitions. We try to grow on average about 50% organically and 50% through acquisitions. You're actually looking at two entities that came to the Amphenol family through acquisitions. So just here it is working in success. And maybe different than some of our competition, we look for three major things in an acquisition. That's people, that's products, and that's technology. So what we're really trying to do is look at where an industry may be going, where our customers may be going, and looking for areas that we don't have a core competency. And we make strategic acquisitions to fill in those gaps. Again, so that one Amphenol can really provide a full line of service for our customers. So when we're looking at acquisitions, we try to really see what's going to fit the culture of Amphenol. And that's probably the most important thing. You know, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, we operate as individual businesses within the Amphenol family. So what we really want to make sure is we preserve the culture of those customers. It should be the culture of those companies that we bring in. We don't have standardized processes that we meld you into day one. You operate after acquisition pretty much in the same way you did before acquisition. And it's those strengths that you have that made these companies attractive to Amphenol and really felt like we could bring value to our customers.
Well, actually, we are following the approach which is very typical to Amphenol. We are both local and global, which seems to be a conflict on the first look. But if you go into detail, then we have usually a very strong footprint in the market where we are, and the same is true for Sachsenkabel. So we have a manufacturing in Germany, we are on manufacturing in North Macedonia. So we are producing local, and at the same time we have an international supply chain. So we put much effort in the recent years into diluting the supply chain to different areas in the world, but also looking at sustainability, working with our suppliers on a better future and on our carbon footprint. So this is also part of that, being very reliable and being also very sustainable.
Yeah, so like Michael said, sustainability is high on the agenda of Amphenol, and throughout the organization there's vast efforts being done to kind of meet this new agenda. I know companies, like you said, working with the carbon emissions, finding alternate sources for energy like solar panels, so very vast number of different things being done. For Cabelcon, as an example, we are actually able to offer now our products with a lead-free brass. We are coming up with solutions for the different kinds of packaging that is eliminating like plastics, things that are now being asked for by our customers. So I think this is really important topic for us, and we're doing everything we can to kind of support this.
Well, I mean, let me pick up on that. And the big advantage of Amphenol is that we offer a complete portfolio of products, but it's not a fixed portfolio. It's something which we can adapt exactly to the customer needs. And no matter at which point you enter the company, we will lead you through your customer experience for Amphenol and leading you to the right products for your needs. I think this is the big advantage we have. And wherever you are located within Europe, whatever is your need for the production in Europe, in Germany, and in Asia, we can make it happen. And I think this is the very big advantage that we can provide as one Amphenol. Yeah, with one Amphenol.
Yeah, I can only agree with Michael. So our global footprint, we are everywhere close to the customer. So we offer a huge opportunity for creating the solutions that are in demand. So one Amphenol, I think it's an amazing opportunity.